Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin?
Okay. The last episode of Mad Men, I thought it was really interesting that it took this early on in this season is when Megan's kind of jumping ship, right?
For sure, yeah.
And as much as I liked Dawn, telling her what's going on, it's just too little, too late, right?
Well, Don didn't tell her what was going on until Don was caught.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm always skeptical of anybody who, I came clean. Yeah, you came clean when you had no choice because you were caught. You didn't come clean because you were morally compelled to. And that was Don. Don never would have told her what happened.
It's the truth with a caveat, right? I mean,
I'm telling you the truth because I am so buried in a lie that I can't get out of.
And even though he seems to be on the upswing, it's just I'm skeptical of him. It doesn't last. We've seen this before with him, and so it's kind of hard to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I don't really feel like he's on the upswing yet. I feel like professionally he's doing better, but he hasn't shown me anything yet that shows me he's a better person. What, he didn't hook up with Nev Campbell? That's the extent of Don being a better guy that I've seen so far.
Yeah,
and that was it.
It's kind of sad that the bare minimum is kind of like, oh, he's doing better.
Yeah, that was pretty minimum. He's drinking less because and he's chasing women less, but that's not because I don't feel like it's a better guy. It's because his goal has shifted to I need to get my job back.
Yeah.
Now that that's happened, what does he do?
Sure. Like I said, Megan's always been treated so poorly by him, and I feel really bad for her in this situation because for 6 months he's been living in New York and just having her convinced that I'm at work right now.
Right. And well, I mean, he could still. She still was like, "I want you here with me," and he says no. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's doing any better when it comes to her.
He's not at all.
He could have taken a buyout and moved to LA and been completely happy.
Still could have. And his decision at the end of the last episode too to just be, working under Lou,
right,
and just to basically be like a lackey around there. Like he gave up a lot of creative freedom.
They gave him a humiliating set of rules.
He's got to play the game. With. I mean, the fact that he just wants to get back in the office and play the game is, I mean, it's interesting. I want to see how that works out. I don't think Lou is long from this world.
No, I kind of feel like that Don's whole identity is Don Draper, the ad man now.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think that. I mean, he's always struggled in his personal life, but I think right now, if Don's learning anything about himself, he doesn't have a personal life. He's never had a personal life.
No.
He didn't struggle with one. He didn't have one. His daughter says, "I love you," and he doesn't know what to say back to her.
Yeah. I mean, that was a great moment.
Yeah, it was.
But he spent his entire adult life being someone else. So This is all he knows. And it's interesting that in his 40s is when he's really starting to have this crisis of identity. He's like, what do I do? What do I want?
Yeah. And it's not Megan.
It's not Megan.
Right? Hey, I could take millions of dollars, move to LA, and be with my wife,
and be rich and happy,
forever. Or I can grovel back to my job, lose my wife in this horrible contract that, let's face it, is set up for him to fail.
It is,
to work with and for people who absolutely do not want him there.
Yeah,
which is you want to talk about a hostile work environment. I wouldn't work in a situation like that. I wouldn't go to work every day in a place where everybody just wishes I would vanish,
Yeah, and it's like the only person in this corner there is Roger, but Roger's still, at the will of the rest of the partners.
Yeah, but Roger did come up big in that last episode.
I loved it when he went hard for him. It was awesome.
Yeah, and he had all the right answers, too. Roger, what's so funny is Roger put no effort into it, right? Yeah. He showed up late. He'd been drinking. He'd just been kind of out. Oh yeah, I'm here to fix your thing, Don. And he walks into the partner's office and knew exactly what to say against all of them, against every one of his peers. Roger knew what to do to win that argument.
And it's also interesting too that they didn't consider the fact that hey, Don's got a contract. If we want him out of here, we had to buy him out.
Right.
He's the only person to bring that up. And also, we didn't really see Pete's perspective on all that. I really hope we do Pete in this episode.
Pete would have been in Don's corner too if he was there. 100%. Sure.
Ironically, in California,
Right. Yeah. Yeah, Pete on his side, but not being there is completely fine. Roger was enough to save it. My expectation moving forward is that Don's going to crush it, right? He's been monomaniacal. He doesn't care about his wife. The only thing he cares about is maintaining this job, his status at this job.
Sure.
So I don't think he's going to blow it. I don't think he's going to get wasted at work or whatever is going to get him in trouble.
I think he'll walk the line.
I think Don's going to walk the line. He's going to win the trust of everyone back, and then he can start making mistakes again. But
cyclical, right?
Yeah, it really is. But I don't expect him to be happy with it. My question is getting back to this point, is he going to have a realization that this isn't it for him?
Yeah.
That this doesn't actually fill the holes that he thinks it does.
And that's the funny thing is we're in season 7. I still don't see the show ending with him being happy.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to jump into it here. I want to thank our Patreon subscribers, including Actuarial Lurker, Balas Foldes, Chris, Jeff, NJ, and Suri Gundavarapu. Thank you so much, guys. We are really, really happy you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you'd mind hitting the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and please hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or are currently watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. On every show, including Mad Men, we are at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of where we are on YouTube. So if you want to watch the edits there and keep going, you can do it on our Patreon page. You will have to sync and watch along on your own source material. You'll only see and hear us for copyright purposes. We are also watching 30 Rock as a Patreon exclusive. My expectation is somewhere in here, Don saves a monster account that gets him out of the doghouse.
Because
lands or saves.
Lou is just not that guy.
Lou
He's
is
perfectly adequate.
Yeah.
As described. And it's like, also, just the worst. Just a tough hang.
Yeah, I don't like Lou personally, and I also think that he's very uninspiring in his job.
Yeah, personally and professionally, the guy just sucks.
Mike, I do wonder if Peggy and Don will ever get their crap sorted to where they can be friends again.
I hope so, because Peggy's been really, really, really out of it this season too.
Peggy's been tough to like the last couple episodes.
For sure.
How about I give you a call when I get back to the home office?
Of course.
Have a wonderful evening.
Now she gets to know she wasn't being checked out there. Pete was.
Yeah.
Those conversations happen all the time. Doesn't mean anything.
That's true. They get a
Yeah.
We might be looking, and then they're not.
See an optimistic Don Draper.
He looks terrified. I don't think he is an optimistic Don Draper.
Will benefit from accurate data.
Are they getting a computer? I heard him say accurate data.
Oh, yeah.
That this agency has entered the future.
Well, Harry's happy.
Right. Yeah, he's one of the computers.
Yeah.
Trust me,
It's true.
we're gonna use that computer more than use that lounge.
Who cares?
Yeah. Who cares about Lou?
Well, we're getting a computer. It's going to do lots of magical things like make Harry Crane seem important.
Harry's good at his job.
Think it's too early to come in and celebrate our technological advancement?
I think that's worse than being late, isn't it?
You're right. Good thinking.
Yeah. Don
Can't do
can't
that.
get drunk at work. Not that Roger would rat him out, but
But still.
yeah, it's
He
a
gets
dumb
caught,
idea. Yeah.
He's out.
You mean Don's office?
Don, will you take the other end of this?
What?
Oh, he's okay.
Wow.
You gotta hold your side a little lower. I'm on the heavy side of the seesaw right now.
And he's also short.
Yeah. John Hibb's huge.
Can you imagine a million years before Don Draper helping one of these guys move a couch?
Never.
Yeah. He's really humbling himself.
Yeah.
They're trying to erase us. But they can't erase this couch!
He's like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah. He tried.
Oh.
Was that Lane's?
Yeah.
Oh. Pretty heavy dose of metaphor for him to be in Lane's old office.
It is, isn't it? He's going to struggle with it too. I mean, you
Yeah.
feel so guilty about that whole situation.
This is a national campaign.
The whole thing's about the kitchen and the cleanliness and getting to the homemakers. They'll want a woman.
It's actually not a bad idea.
I think Peggy is the right choice.
He's such a yes man. I want Peggy too, but Lou didn't.
Don's a very valuable piece of talent.
He should be put to work already.
Absolutely.
I'm all in favor of getting Don some work, but I think Peggy should have this one.
I think they're saying they're both going to be on it. This is Don and Peggy getting forced to work together.
Margaret's run away.
To where? Bergdorf's?
It's not a joke. She's upstate with some sort of religious cult.
Oh boy. We were talking about that, yeah.
We can't help you if you don't tell us what happened.
Roger the reasonable one again.
I know, right? It's so
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I know. I'm loving it.
We went to this marriage encounter group.
You're kidding.
She wanted to, and I thought it would be good for her to talk to people.
It's always a mistake.
I'm gonna go say goodbye. I'm telling him that I'm joining her on vacation.
I don't know if she wants to see him right now. That's the thing, though.
I'm assuming this is happening because Roger is going to go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look, I know you're upset.
I am terribly worried.
It'll be fine.
I'd be concerned if my daughter just left like that.
Well, leaving her husband and kid, like
10
for
days.
10 days, I'm like, okay, maybe we should go talk to her.
To quote Leo, it's a bunch of hippies.
Listen, I apologize about your work area. It wasn't my idea.
Look, I'm sorry you lost your lunchroom. It's not symbolic. No, it's quite literal.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awkward.
Do I have to work with Dawn? That's what this is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like to think of myself as a leader, Peggy, and that means
Oh,
doling
God.
out discipline.
I want to hit.
I didn't hire you, but I would have. I would have paid you as befits your senior status.
Oh, that's nice of him to say. But he's such a fraud.
Yeah.
I'm
Good
writing
luck
it
with John
on
Draper.
this piece of paper because I found that saying things around here is useless.
Such a baby.
Yes.
I'm putting you in charge of Burger Chef.
Really?
Carve out hours for whomever you want on the team. And Don.
Don
There it
Draper?
is.
He's the one.
Yeah.
So much, Lou.
Knock him dead.
Have you told Don?
You're in charge, sweetheart.
You thought, how's this going to go? By the way, I don't want you on my team.
Miss Olson would like to see you.
Oh, he hung up the banner.
Yeah, he did.
He's doing it, though. You know what I mean? He's not throwing a
Playing the
fit.
game.
Yep. That's how he's going to win. I think he's going to win because he's going to play the game.
He knows he doesn't have any pull right now, so he's like, whatever.
You wanted to see me?
Can I offer you something?
It was a long walk.
But we have to win it first. And that's why I wanted you both on my team.
How long do we have?
Oh, look at Don having to swallow this.
I want to get started right away. I think 25 tags should get the ball rolling.
I'll get right on it.
A piece. That's 50 total between the two of you.
Just through the space.
Yeah.
What's the strategy?
Lou likes to start with the tags and then sneak up on a strategy.
He's like, no, I won't.
Yeah, he's about to implode, isn't he?
Thanks for thinking of me.
I look forward to your work.
Yep. He's out.
Monday.
He's going to go to his office and scream.
Well, that did not go as well as she thinks it did.
No.
This is going to be a tough.
Come on, man.
Okay, I was giving him more credit than he deserves, I guess. He's not even running the team, though. That's what sucks. He's still a partner. He's still a creative director.
I know.
None of that says you have to be subservient to the lower staff. Do you think he did the tags?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. We just cut right.
Right.
Hey, genius! Brooks is in jail in Kingston.
Wow.
From now on, you don't listen to her. You listen to me.
Yeah.
Time for the meeting.
I can't make it.
Do you want me to turn in your tags?
Nope.
Okay.
He's playing with fire, isn't he?
I mean, not really, because none of the rules where
I'm
he
saying
answers
with
to
her.
Peggy.
He's like,
With her, yes, but
I guess he's not ready. I mean, we did just get the research.
she's an intimidating lady. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
God, you did the Lou move.
Why don't we move the meeting to the end of the day? And you give me what you've got now plus 25 more.
Whoa. So she can't do it to Don, so she's taking out on this poor guy.
she's having an interesting arc. I mean, it's,
No, she is. I don't think she knows what's going to make her happy at this point, though.
no.
Let Brooks spend another day in the slammer. He'll just get in the way.
No, obviously. I meant we should spring him on the way back.
God, they're both thinking it.
I always let her out of everything. She only had one job, and that was to find a husband, and she mucked it up.
I'm really glad we don't make women do that anymore. You know what I
right?
mean?
God, I hope she's not a drug addict. Although they usually stay in the city.
How do you know that?
Life magazine.
I just think she freaked out and left on her
She
life.
was her own.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't seen her in a while because the last time I did, she was so cruel and so serene.
She has been strange lately.
Yeah, she was clearly seeing this group already.
I don't know if she's gonna leave with them. I don't think
Right.
she might just end up staying.
You're the only one here. It's lunchtime.
I'm not hungry.
Yeah, Don doesn't eat food. No.
That whole industry is exploding. This guy has exponential growth.
Have you forgotten the stipulations?
Oh, come on.
Why are you here?
Because I started this agency.
Along with a dead man whose office you now inhabit.
We're really seeing a bad side of Bert.
Yeah. I have not enjoyed Bert lately.
No, he's actually doing something. He's coming up with ideas. Like, yeah, that you can't hear him out. Like, come on. Oh no.
Yeah, this is Don's temptation right here. Take it easy. Oh, right out of the bottle. That's not a good sign.
He's gonna do something stupid. Oh man, full blown alcoholic.
Yeah,
This is hard to watch. It's just so sad to see somebody destroy themselves like that. Like, it really is.
I think he's going to get away with it, though.
Hargrove. Margaret Hargrove.
I know who you're talking about. Marigold!
Name's Marigold here.
You know him?
Of course I do. This is my mother and father.
Yeah, she's full on cult.
Ready to come home now?
could you call off your dogs? I'd like to have a private conversation.
Hey, everybody, I understand the dry cleaning's ready, but can you bring it back in an hour?
I wonder if Tarantino is a fan
Will you
of the show.
let me show you around at
Funny how that
least? Before you start rallying against something you don't understand?
Why do cult members always feel like they know something nobody else
I
does?
know, right?
Always.
I'm enlightened.
Yeah. The moon landing was fake, and I know it. God.
See the tapes.
He can't be happy if I'm not happy.
I didn't know how dire it was, but if you need money, whatever you want, whatever you need.
That's not the answer, yeah. He always just throws money at her.
Well, she was begging for it. That's why he's there. She was begging for money the last couple times.
But he was just an absentee father.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. I don't have to lock myself in a bathroom with a pint of gin every day.
See, this is some entitlement crap here.
I'm telling her the truth and she doesn't want to hear it. Let's go.
Yeah. I also hate cruelty in the name of honesty. You know. Is he drunk? He looks drunk.
It's always very good. The show's always very good about showing him whenever he's had too much, you know? Look how sloppy he is.
And John Hamm knows how to play it, too.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't we switch jobs?
You want to get firewood, help yourself. There's no hierarchy, man.
Oh, believe me, there's always a hierarchy.
Yeah.
If we can't all agree on something, we think of something else. Everyone does what they want.
Good.
Until it doesn't work.
Until it doesn't work, yeah.
Go ahead. It's dynamite, Grass.
Now I see why we're eating so early.
Yep.
It's because we follow the cycles of the earth. It's gonna get dark.
I don't know if I can spend a day here.
But you've got a truck.
Yeah. That's been up for debate, man.
See, there's so much pretension with this, you know?
We talked about it with Dawn and the Beatniks. It's always the privileged
It's performative.
kids. Yeah.
It's Peggy's boyfriend.
Yeah.
You know, the resistance guy.
I was in a commune for 2 years.
Yeah, this just
Now I'm a businessman. You know?
Right. It's all performative.
And you're right, it's Freddie.
Yeah. I felt like he was going to come running when Dom was drinking. He'd be the one to come running when Dom was drinking.
I love Freddie.
Meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets.
Great idea. Can you walk?
Yeah, get him out of there without
Out of that
anybody
office,
noticing. Yeah.
Joan sees it.
Meredith, we're off for the day.
Way off.
Okay, you two have fun.
Don't do anything. Don't do anything. No.
No.
Crap.
Come on, Freddie.
Crap.
Don, I didn't hear you. No, I didn't hear you.
Come on, Don. We're gonna miss the game.
I hate this. I hate this a lot.
We got the best campaign since the dawn of time.
Pull yourself together.
Well, that into that.
Yeah.
This office is so great, everyone could just drop by on their way out.
Don't worry, it won't happen again.
Peggy does not know how to compartmentalize her anger.
I know.
Well, Peggy, I don't know if this makes you feel better, but I don't think they thought about it at all.
Yeah, there was no ulterior motive. It's like, throw Don on it.
It's like, great, just get it
Yeah.
done.
What the hell are you doing? Aren't they giving you a second chance?
They weren't serious about it.
Well, he should have known that. I knew they were.
You know, you never have to have another drink again.
I don't want to hear that right now.
You're hungover. It's the best time to hear it.
Yeah. We got it together.
Goodbye, Daddy. Let me go! Let me go! Right now!
Oh.
I mean, this isn't the way he should be handling this, but he's not wrong either.
It's not.
Your conscience must have been eating you alive. Calling your secretary from a hotel to pick out a birthday present for me?
She's right. She's not wrong.
Man. That's tough. What do, you know? She'll have to come to that realization.
Yeah, she's on her own journey of denial. Yeah.
All right, Don, come on.
And it is also an unfair expectation that women are supposed to care more about their kids than men are. Because she's right. Men get to bail on their kids all the time, and it's not treated the same.
I'll have your tags by lunch.
Great.
Playing the game. I thought he was more on board for this at the beginning, but it took him this episode to get there. It took Freddie to get him there.
Now, we talked about that. We talked about this, I want to say, beginning of the season. Like, obviously, Don's going to be coming back, but, like, trials, tribulations, right?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And obviously, mean, he's an addict, so like
He's an addict.
It's not going to be easy for him. Obviously, he's going to have temptations, and it's a tough vice to kick. I'm glad that we got to see this so early on. It didn't come later in the show. It's like, no, immediately, like he is struggling with it.
Yeah, I don't know that we're going to see how much more struggling we're going to see, because I feel like Freddie said the right thing to him. Are you going to let them win, or are you going to go in there? Like, I feel like that, we talked about going to the episode, like we're on Don's upswing, and I wasn't really quite buying it, because it's like all we saw was Don get his job back and ignore his wife. I'm not really sure what kind of upswing we are. And he still is ignoring his personal life. So I don't know that he's there, but at least on the work aspect of it, I feel like he's there for sure now. If he's willing to be subservient to Peggy,
yeah,
I think that's a huge step.
I guess, by upswing is more of like the sobriety aspect of things.
Sure, yeah, yeah.
That's kind of like, it's not just that, obviously, like it's a bunch of things in your life that come together. But I mean, in terms of him, like getting loaded and messing around with the neighbor.
Yeah, he definitely backslid there pretty hard.
Actually acknowledging his children.
Right.
It's kind of amazing to think that like it took 6 seasons for him to actually acknowledge that he loves Sally.
Right, yeah.
I mean, even Bobby. And I don't know. I really want to be optimistic with it, but it's tough with Don, because this show is literally just a roller coaster of emotions with this guy. He's up and down, up and down.
I agree. I just think, what have we got? Like
handful of episodes.
8 episodes left, something like that. Yeah. And so that's 4 there. So we got like 10 episodes left. I don't see a lot of room for Don to spend much more time on the bottom rung, simply because we spent 2 full seasons with Don racing to the bottom, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like at this point, the way that ended and everything, I feel like we've got to start seeing like some emergence, right?
Yeah.
I thought we had it last episode when he like took that humiliating deal, but clearly not, right?
Yeah.
Clearly, he was still in denial about where he was, with the firm. Now I think he understands it a lot better. He's got a more realistic outlook.
Yeah.
He got drunk to woe is me about where he actually is.
And what did that get him?
Yeah, exactly. It got him basically rescued by Freddie.
Yeah.
Because he would have gotten fired. If Freddie didn't show up and get him, Don would have gotten fired.
It was a great piece of filmmaking too. That tension of him going into that office and talking to the guy from not IBM, but the computer.
Right.
Guy,
yeah.
I was like, oh man, get him out of here! Like,
he totally destroyed that.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a little bit on Bert. Don came in and was like, hey, I've got a lead. And Bert said, shut up. We don't want you here. Really, that's what he did.
Yeah.
We don't want you here.
Really, it's like, obviously we've known that Bert has a dark side and his political views are terrible, but like, he's always been likable for the most part,
Yeah, he's always been like the
fun old guy.
Yeah, the reasonable grandfather, if not a little skewed in like his old fashioned thinking. Sure. Of course, he's clearly a racist.
No, yeah, this season, like, it's really coming. This guy sucks. Like,
well, when they've integrated The Office, it was kind of like we have no choice but to hear about it. I feel like if The Office stayed completely white for the whole run of the show, we probably never would have known a lot of the extent of what Bert is. But because The Office is finally integrated, now we get to see that Bert. We get to see who he is.
This is also a great show too, because it's like there's no small part. Even the small parts, they really have a moment to shine.
Yeah,
for everybody, the guest actors we have on the show. I mean, look at Sally. Like, I'm as invested in Sally's arc as anybody else in this show.
Yeah,
she's basically a main player now.
Yeah, I agree with you, because I think if Don has a path to salvation as a person, not in his job, he's on his way, but as a person, it's not going to be Megan. It's going to be Sally. It's going to be his lifeline.
His blood. Yeah.
Yeah. Of him like actually accepting the fact that it's okay to love himself as a person, because he's never been there.
It's in many ways it's like it's him moving on, because he's so hung up over, like, he became Don Draper, and then he chased the success. Now the success is here. Okay, what now? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, like,
what's the next stage of my life?
Right, like part of the success is marry a beautiful woman and have kids, and then it wasn't working. Yeah, and it wasn't working, and everything at work wasn't working, and nothing works. And the only way that Don's going to be happy is if he accepts the fact that he's never going to find that one thing that makes it all click. That there is no one thing that makes it all click.
Live life,
right? That's the idea, right? The American dream is actually an illusion. Yeah. You'll spend your whole life chasing it. It doesn't matter how much money and success and popularity you acquire, it isn't actually the thing that's going to save
And
you.
we saw that with the Roger storyline this time too. Yeah, with his daughter is struggling hard.
Yeah,
like it's a privileged life, but that doesn't get you happiness.
Right.
It gets you so empty to where you have to run away from your children. It's,
Right, yeah.
It's really really sad.
Yeah, the job is not going to save Dawn. But we'll see more of that moving forward, I suppose.
All right, catch you in the next one, guys. See ya.